Okay, I'm gonna answer some of y'all's questions as best as I can. All right, so how do you get there? Well, this is I-10, the bridge, Mississippi River, obviously. This is the downtown area. You can park here along the river and cross over, and it's down on the bank there on the east bank. Here's a closer picture. This little square right here is actually a parking lot that you can pay. So park there, cross the street, walk down this way, and it's in that general area. And just to give you kind of an idea, we were walking away from the bridge. The train was on our right, and right before you get to those trees, you can walk down. There's a little opening in the grass, and you'll see people, like a lot of people are going, so you can probably just follow the crowd. They're all going to the same thing. This kind of gives you an idea too. You can see the IBM building is like directly across from it. And the cylinder thing is the boiler, and then that was the car next to it that we had seen. And people asked if anyone was going to preserve it or put it in a museum, and I read that because it has no historical significance, that there's no point in disassembling all of the pieces, labeling them. It would just take too much time and money to do so. So it will just go back under as soon as the water rises. Someone commented on why an archaeologist would have to determine that it is the Brook Hill Ferry. So evidently, the first time it was ever exposed 30 years ago, they were unaware that it was there. So when archaeologists were able to look at it, they did have newspaper archives on what happened to the Brook Hill Ferry. So they can only assume that this ship is that one. And while we're on the topic of the water being low, yes, historically, the Mississippi has been low before, even lower than it is now. But what I was saying was the ship has never been fully exposed before. I wasn't saying anything about the river not being this low before. I was saying that because it's this low now, it is now completely emerged, whereas it wasn't before. Only 30 years ago, one time, just parts of it was exposed. And also, I didn't realize that the river being low was even up for debate. I don't really understand how factual things are up for debate. It's just a fact. The Mississippi is low. Normally, you cannot walk right here. The river is all the way above this boat and much higher than it is now. It's a simple fact. Some people didn't agree that you can walk on the boat. Personally, when we were there, it didn't feel right, so we did not walk on it. There were other people doing that. The sign says it's okay, but you do you. And no, you're not allowed to take anything or vandalize it in any way because technically it is state property, so that would be illegal. And if you're new here, welcome. Just know that I do not tolerate any hateful comments or bullying, so you will be deleted and blocked if you do that. Love y'all.